Hi students, I hope you understood what we have discussed in the previous session about the comparing quantities. What is the ratio symbol, how to write the ratio, and what is the percent, what is the percent symbol, and even we discussed about the discount, how to calculate discount, and what is marked price and what is sale price, and the discount, how to calculate even discount percent. So today we are going to discuss about some examples of that, how to compare, how to get the ratio, and what are the percentages. These are the things we are going to discuss from exercise 8.1. So comparing quantities, exercise 8.1. The first question is, find the ratio of the following: 5 meters to 10 kilometers. 5 meters to 10 kilometers. And 50 pies to rupees 5. So while teaching, while giving the explanation about the ratio, I clearly mentioned that ratio is nothing but the comparison between the two quantities of same kind. And one more thing I said, that ratio does not contain any units. So here the first one is 5 meters to 10 meters. 5 meters to 10 kilometers. So that is 5 meters to 10 kilometers. Observe it. Both the units, one is in meters and one is in kilometers. So while finding the ratio, what we have to do? We have to convert both the units into the same. So here, first solution. 10 kilometers and meters. Okay, so kilometer we convert into meters. 1 kilometer is equals to how much? 1 kilometer is equals to how much? 1000 meters. 1000 meters. 10 kilometers is equals to 10,000 meters. 10,000 meters. Now the ratio between 5 meters to 10,000 meters. You see the units now? Here meters, here also meters. So now the ratio between 5 meters to 10,000 meters. So now remove the ratio units, because ratio does not contain any units. 5 is to 10,000. You see, it's nothing but 5 by 10,000. You can cancel 5 ones are 5 twos are 0 0. So 1 by 2000, which is nothing but 1 is to 2000. Therefore the ratio is 1 is to 2000. 1 is to 2000. While finding the ratio, the units must be same. Next, question number, in the same question, C bit you see 50 pies to rupees 5. 50 pies to rupees 5. So one is in pies and one is in rupees. Convert the bigger quantity into smaller quantity. So that is solution. A rupee. 1 rupee. Rupee 1 is equals to how many pies? 100 pies. How many pies? 100 pies. So 5 rupee. Rupees 5 is equals to, yes, tell me, 500 pies. Correct? 500 pies. Now ratio between 50 pies to 500 pies. 500 pies. Observe it. 50 pies, 5 rupees. So 5 rupees we converted into 500 pies. 5 rupees we converted into 500 pies. So ratio now 50 is to 500, which is nothing but 50 by 500. 0 0 cancel. 5 ones are 5 tens are. which is equals to 1 by 10. So you can write as 1 is to 500 pies. So 1 is to 10. Therefore the ratio is 1 is to 10. Is it clear? So while finding the ratio, you see that the units must be same before finding the ratio. Ratio does not contain any units. These two things you have to keep in the mind while calculating the ratio. Is it clear? Now question number 2. Convert the following ratios to percentages. So now the ratios are given. We need to convert the ratio into percentage. When I explained, we discussed already what is the percent. Per 100, the denominator per 100, 2 by 100, 3 by 100, percent symbol per 100. So now 3 is to 4 is what is the percentage and 2 is to 3. So we have two ways. 3 is to 4. By making the denominator as 100, or by multiplying both numerator and denominator with 100. Two ways can be done into percentages. Remember always, two ways we can do converting into percentages. That is, by making the denominator into 100, or both numerator and denominator we multiply with 100. So by making the denominator 100 means even you need to multiply numerator also by what number you are multiplying the denominator. So here 3 is to 4. Observe it. 3 is to 4. So solution in this 3 is to 4 is nothing but 3 by 4. 3 is to 4 is nothing but 3 by 4. Now 3 by 4, as we learned in the previous classes, equivalent ratios, equivalent fractions, equivalent ratios are equivalent fractions. Equivalent ratio is nothing but when you multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number which you obtained, that are called equivalent ratios. When you multiply both numerator and denominator with the same ratio is called equivalent ratios. Now we are converting this ratio into the percentage. Percent means into 100. The denominator must be 100. So now what I am doing, 3 by 4 is equals to 3 by 4 into, observe it, 3 by 4 into, I am making the denominator into 100. So to get denominator as 100, the 4 should be multiplied by, yes, you are right, it should be multiplied by 25. Observe it. 25, both numerator as well as denominator, both you have to multiply. Now 3 into 25, 75 by 4 into 25. Observe it. 4 into 25. 25 4s are 100, which is equals to 75 by 100. What is the meaning of that? Yes, 75%, which is equals to 75%. Therefore 3 is to 4 is equals to 75%. 3 by 4 is equals to 75%. Therefore 3 by 4 is equals to 3 is to 4, which is equals to, observe it, which is equals to 75%. Now you see here, or what I am going to do, or I said two ways. One is by converting the denominator into 100, or by multiplying both numerator and denominator with 100. You must obtain the same answer. So now 3 is to 4, or another method. Okay, 3 by 4 is equals to 3 by 4 into 100%. 100% is nothing but what? 100 by 100. 100 by 100. Now you see 100 by 100. 4 table. 4 ones are 4, 25. I cancel. 3 into 25 is 75 by 100, which is equals to 75%. Which is equals to 75%. Both 3 by 4 is equals to 3 by 4 into 100 by 100. Or you can write 100%. That also you can do. 3 by 4, and you see here, or anything. 3 by 4 into 100%. This is also correct. 100%. So 4 ones are 4, 425. 3 into 25, which is nothing but 75%. Either you can do like this, or you can do like this, or you can do like this. This is how we convert the ratio into percentage. Ratio into percentage. Now we see the another question. 2:3. So wherever according to the question you have to react. Based on the question you have to select which method we need to follow. Now 2:3. So here 2:3, which is nothing but 2:3 is equals to 2 by 3. Now you see here I multiplied 4 with 25, so we obtained the denominator as 100. But is it possible here? Is it possible here? If you multiply 3 with any other number, do you get 100? So it's not possible. So this method we cannot follow for this. You can either go for this or directly this. So 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into 100 by 100. Both are same, Nana. This and this. Here I wrote 100 by 100. Here I wrote 100%. Percent means what? By 100. 2%. How do you write? 2%. How do you write? 2 by 100. Similarly, here I am writing. Just observe it. 2%. Meaning is what? 2 by 100. We discussed already in the previous class. So 100%. Meaning is what? 100 by 100. 100 by 100. So similarly here I am writing 100 by 100, which is equals to, can you 2 into 100, 200, and can you simplify this? No. 2 by 3 into 100 by 100. So we will write as 2 by 3 into 100%. 2 by 3 into 100%. Now 2 into 100, which is equal to 200 by 3%. Convert this into mixed number. You see, you cannot, why I converted, even though if you multiply 2 into 100 and 3 into 100, you get 200 by 300. 200 by 300. Again you have to simplify. So either you can convert 0.6 into the decimal, or 100 by 100 you write as 100%. Okay. So 200 by 3%, which is nothing but convert into decimal. Here I am doing. So 3 with 2, 3 6 are, observe it, 3 6 are 18, 2 0, 3 6 are 18, 2 put a point, 0, 3 6 are 18, put point, 0, 3 6. So which is nothing but 66.666, or if you want to write in the mixed fraction, here itself you can stop 2, and this no need to continue here. 66 2 by 3%. This is how we write 66 2 by 3%. 66 2 by 3%. Now you convert into mixed number. 3 6 are 18. 3 6 are 18 plus 1 9. 1 9 19. So 18 plus 1 19. 198 plus 2 200 by 3. This is also correct. So 66 2 by 3%. Why I explained in different modes? Because here it is possible to get the multiple of 100. Multiple of 4 as 100. 100 is the multiple of 4. But 100 is not the multiple of 3. That's the reason we multiplied both numerator and denominator. Is it clear? How to convert the ratio into percentages? Clear? Now question number 3. 72% of 25 students are good in mathematics. How many are not good in mathematics? So how many students are there totally? 25 students. In that, what is the percentage? 72% of. Of meaning is what? In that 25, 72% of the children. 72% means 72 by 100. So 72 by 100 people of 25 are good in mathematics. How many are not good in mathematics? This can be done in two ways. Two ways can be done. First, we will calculate 72% how many students will come. That if you subtract from 25, leftover is how many are not good. That is one way. Another way, percent means per 100. In that, 72% means 72 by 100 means out of 172 people are not good. Think in a logical way. So out of 100, 72% is good. What percentage is not good? Percent means per 100, 100 by 100. So 72%, 72 by 100. Leftover is how much? Leftover. Yes, it is 28%. It is 28% are not good. Directly if you calculate 28% also, directly if you calculate 28% of 25, answer remains same. Let us see how it is. So here, first, number of students. Is equals to 25. How many are good in mathematics? 72% are good in mathematics. What we have to find out actually? How many are not good? So first we calculate what is 72% of 25. So 72% of 25 is equals to, meaning is what? Of. Already we learned in the 7th class 7th, and even of meaning is what? Into 100. So 72%, 72 by 100 into 25. 72% means 72 by 100 into 25. You know simplification. So 25 ones are 25 fours are. Next, 4 table. 4 ones are 4, 4 eights are 18. So which is equals to, denominator is 1, so no need to represent again. 18 into 1, 18. So 72% of 25 is nothing but 18 students. That means 18 students are good. 18 students are good in maths. Now how many are not good in mathematics? So total number of students are how many? 25. Number of students who are not good in maths. Number of students who are not good in mathematics is equals to 25 minus 18, which is equals to 7. Therefore 7 students are not good in mathematics. So what do we do here? We did first how many students will come for 72%. Then we calculated 72% of 25. That is 18 students are good in mathematics. 25 minus 18 is 7. So 7 students are not good in mathematics. The same question in another way also we can do. That is by finding first what percentage is actually here 72% of 25. Okay, or another method for this, or you see now 72% of 25 are good. So number of students. Number of students is equals to 25. What percentage is good? 72% are good in mathematics. Now you see, 72% are good. That means which percentage is not good? 100 minus 72. So, percentage of students who are not good in mathematics. Who are not good in mathematics is equals to 100 minus 72%, which is equals to 28% are not good. So 28% is from where? Out of 25 students, 28% are not good. So now we calculate 28% of 25 is equals to 28 by 100 into 25. You see here, total percentage per 100, total 100%. So out of that 100 minus 72 will give you 28%. So 28% of the students are not good in mathematics. That is, so 25 ones are 25 fours are. Then 4 ones are 4 sevens are. 7 into 1, 7. So this is another way, even though we got 7 students. Therefore, 7 students are not good in. 7 students are not good in mathematics. Is it clear? Two ways it can be done. 100%. 100. Suppose 72% means out of 100, 72 are not. Forget about this 25. Out of 100, 72 are good in mathematics. What percentage is not good? 28%. That's what I did over here. 28% is not good out of 25. So therefore, 7 students are not good in mathematics. This is correct. Even this is also correct. This is one method. This is another. Is it clear, students? Right. Now question number 5. If Chameli had rupees 600 after spending her 75% of her money. So what percentage? 75% of her money. How much did she have in the beginning? How much did she have in the beginning? What is the question actually? She had some amount. She was having some amount. In that, how much she spent? 75% of her money she spent. What is leftover amount? 600. Leftover amount is what? 600. So what is the amount that she had in the beginning? What is the amount that she had in the beginning? So we don't know that. Let us take the amount what she had in the beginning. Unknown terms when it comes, what do? Yes, we assume as some variable, correct? You are right. We assume as some variable. Let the amount she had is rupees X in the beginning. So in the same way we also will start. Let the amount Chameli had at the beginning is rupees X. We are taking as rupees X. In that, how much she spent? 72%. 75% she spent. Okay. So what percentage is left, Nana? How much she spent? How much she spent? 75%. So percentage she spent is equals to 75% she spent. What is the leftover percentage? Leftover percentage of amount. Leftover percentage is equals to, how much can you say? Actually she spent 75%. What percentage is left with her? Correct, 25%. 25%. So leftover percentage is this much and leftover amount is what? 600. So this 25% of this percentage is leftover on what? What is her amount actually? Rupees X. So 25% of X, 25% of X is equal to 600. Correct. Leftover money, leftover amount is equals to rupees 600. This rupees 600 from where she got? Leftover. From where? The total amount is X. After spending 75% of amount 600 was left. 75% of X she spent and leftover is 600. So what is the leftover percentage? That is 25. So if you calculate 25% of X is equal to 600. So now 25% of X is equal to 600. 25% of X is equal to 600. What is the meaning of this? 25 by 100 into X is equal to 600. Now transpose this that side, or else you just look at this. 25 by 100 into X is equal to 600. This is leftover amount. Now the next step, 25. If you transpose this side, you will be getting X is equal to 600 by, X is equals to 600 divided by, when you transpose 25 by 100 this side, it is the reciprocal 600 divided by 25 by 100, which is nothing but 600 into 100 by 25, as it is the reciprocal, or else directly when you transpose it becomes the reciprocal, so 100 by 25. This also you can write. Now you see 25 table, 25 ones are 25 fours are, which is nothing but 600 into 4, 6 fours are 24, 2400. What is X we assumed actually? Amount she had at the beginning. Therefore, Chemeli have the amount at the beginning. Chemeli had rupees 2400 at beginning. Is it clear? What she had amount actually? She had some amount that we don't know. So X we assumed. In that 75% she spent. What percentage is left? That is 25% is left. The 25% of what? X. That is equal to the leftover amount 600 after spending. So 25% of X is equal to 600. 25 by 100 into X is equal to 600. Then X is equals to 600 divided by 25. 600 divided by 25 by 100. When you transpose this side, it is in the multiplication form. It comes as a division, or directly you can do 600 into 100 by 25. Reciprocal of this is nothing but 100 by 25. Cancellation. 25 ones are 25 fours are. So 600 into 4, which is nothing but 2400. So therefore Chemeli had rupees 2400 at beginning. Is it clear now? Yes. How to calculate when they give percentage and how to calculate, right? Yeah, I hope it is clear to you how to calculate a ratio and how to convert the ratio into percentage. When the percentage is given, what is that percent, or by using the percentage, how to apply that percentage of the things which is given in the question. Here we have some homework questions from exercise 8.1, page number 119 and 120. Question number 1, first bit. Question number 1, bit A, and fourth question and sixth question. This you have to complete. Is it clear, children? Thank you. We will meet again in the next session. And yes, we are talking about ratio, comparing quantities. We will discuss about the discount and the other topics in the next class. Thank you.